Hello guys, hope you're all well out there, and I've just thought I've not made a video for a long while now, been a couple of months at least, but I thought there's been a lot of interest recently we've found, and we're doing quite well at FCD with the sales on this little handheld entry level, very well priced Ghost Box from FCD. It's the one that the haters love to hate, and you'll see why in a moment. But we get, as I've shown in feedback and that, we get loads of great positive comments all the time about this little box, and it's great if you're starting out in ghost hunting and you're going out in, even if you've been in a while, you still get good results. But say if you don't want to spend a lot of money, you just want to test it out and see how it goes, and then take it from there to buy the more expensive ghost boxes, which FCD do sell them even at a good discounted bargain price. We sold the dearer portals and things, but you may want to pick another model from somewhere else, but they tend to be expensive. So this is a great way of learning about how ghost boxes work, which I'm going to mention in this video, because there seems to be, with some people who should know better, this attitude of trying to bamboozle other people that don't really know about ghost boxes with their fake knowledge. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But anyway, like I say, what I want to show you is the first thing that a lot of people say is, apart from really immature comments like it's a load of rubbish and it's not worth the money and I don't like it, but nothing to back up why, is that this, have a look at this one here, apart from the label that I put on within sort of the last year, this is the original, the very first one. It's even got the original label on the side there, look, of this little FM hacked radio ghost box from FCD that a lot of other companies have copied, by the way, by now. I don't bother wasting my time with them. They can get on with what they're doing. They haven't got the creative energy in them. That's the problem. So they have to copy. But that's what they do. Good luck to them. What this one is, it's the first original one. And it's funny how these people that come up with comments like I'm going to show you in a moment, or read out to you in a moment, some of the handful of comments over 3 years of selling these, and thousands of these now have been sold through eBay, other, the website and all this sort of thing, is that this one is still going, honest to God, with the same batteries in it. I don't use it every day all the time, but it was made nearly 3.5 years ago, I think now. And it's still going strong. That's how rubbish they are. You switch on at the side here with a little button, you'll see that the display will light up. I'll try and get it on the camera for you. There you go, look. And it's so simple to operate, and that's the beauty of it, really. You just press this in and you'll see it starting to sweep. Now it won't make any noise because I haven't turned the amplifier on. I'll just turn it on, put this down a second, I've only got two hands. Put the amplifier on, and it's starting to sweep through now using the little handheld amplifier, as I can say. Oh, I can't get it on there. And it stops for a second or two, which is fully described in the eBay advertisement exactly what it does. Okay, so you'll hear in a minute or two snippets of sounds coming through along the wave band, and like I say, this is 3.5 years old now. But it still works. A bit of music there came through. Odd words there. There you go.
Very analytical. Second.
So there you go. So it works just like most other ghost boxes out. Well, exactly the same as other ghost boxes out there work. What I want to talk about with it is that the people that love to hate this ghost box, and this is the mentality, I need to explain this to some people. The mentality is to the type of people, now you ask yourself whether this is right or wrong, or just very stupid. Would you spend £24.95 for this? Okay. If all you're going to do when you receive it is say comments like, "This is something that I can't use as it is meant to sweep quickly through radio stations, and this one doesn't do that. It is very slow and stops." Well, I'll address that straight away. It doesn't sweep through as fast as some ghost boxes, which are 3 or 4 times its price, that have adjustable sweep rates on them from very, very rapid to very, very slow. And it certainly doesn't stop. This one hasn't stopped, as I've said, in 3.5 years. So that comment is wrong. Another one that paid $24.95, this is a handful out of, over the 3.5 years, just didn't like it. They say, just didn't like it. Okay? And then the next person, just want a refund, not worth what I paid. No, that's all they can say. No reason why. Just changed, obviously changed their mind. And then, last but not least, we've got, it's not what they said it would do. I mean, these people, when you look at their eBay ID name and then look at their account, they're so intelligent that in seconds you find out who they're connected to. And they're just supporters of companies that should know better, but they set poor examples. I'm not going to say them on here, they know who they are. I've said them before in the past. But they think, these people, that by leaving these comments, which nobody ever sees, but I'm reading them out to you now, because they leave them in their returns comments, because I know if they left them in the actual eBay feedback replies, they just look stupid. And they have done many times, because most of 99.9% of those are all saying how fantastic and how they like this item. And theirs is just a stupid comment like the one I've read out. They just look idiots. Which, unfortunately, I think they are. More so, but each time, even though they've acted like an idiot, every time, which can be proven, I give them a full refund back. But just let them know that I'm quite happy to receive the item back in the condition that they received it, because I know it'd work, and I know it works exactly as it's described on eBay. And I will then sell it on a discount price of the second-hand unit to somebody that actually appreciates it and deserves it. But what if I was the type of person that says, because it does say 3 times, and you'll see, I'll insert the screenshots here for you to see I'm not making any of this up. It does say on the eBay selling page that if you don't like this after watching a video on the selling page of it working and what it sounds like, how fast it sweeps, everything about it, just as I'm showing you here, if you don't like it, go elsewhere and buy somebody else's. Nobody's making you buy it. But no, they spend £24.95 just so they can say something stupid like, to me, it's not what they said it would do. Do you think that these people who are involved in the paranormal and investigating and searching for the truth regarding spirits, other, parts of the paranormal, are sensible enough to actually warrant being involved when they can't even act in a mature, sensible manner, when they see the Ghost Box and ITC community as, if yours ain't better than mine, I'm going to attack you. If yours is better than mine, I'm going to attack you, should I say. That's all we're getting all the time, isn't it? It's just ridiculous. And it's all born out of the same old thing, wherever you go over the internet, whatever subject you look at, trolling because they're jealous. Most people now, if you look on most YouTube videos, are having to say to people, look, if you don't like what we're saying or we don't like what you do, move on and find somewhere that you do. Do I tell any of these people not to buy from these other rival ITC builders? Never. It's up to them. I don't say, oh, you shouldn't have done that and act in the same way, because I grew up years ago. And I am genuinely searching for the truth and making the best affordable devices I can for people to afford them. Because literally I've felt for years that the ITC community and the builders that are on there have been ripping people off, to be quite frank with you. I think my prices are fair. They look at the time, the components that go into building them. People have said, many hundreds of, well, maybe thousands of people have said in feedback that they're really, and I'm not just saying this, go and have a look on eBay at the feedback. Go and have a look and find out yourselves what most genuine, sensible, adult people that buy these ghost boxes from FCD say about them. If there is a fault, sometimes there is a fault. You can get this happen with anything that's electronic. If there is a problem with something that's broken in it, or things can happen, I always go out of my way to try and help the customer as best as I can. That will always happen. It's about being fair and genuine. But the idiots that have just read out comments like that, who were asked 3 or 4 times on the eBay selling page to watch the video, read the description fully, make sure you look at the video and are happy about how it works, how it sweeps, how it sounds. And if it's not for you, do not buy it. I tell them to not buy it on the eBay advert, but they have to buy it and they have to leave their silly comment because they think they're clever. Well, really, they're just showing themselves up, and the companies that they are associated with, they're showing them up as well for what they are. Okay? They're not creative. They're the ones that are just in it for money, really. They're just in it for as much money as they can make, and they'll tread over anybody to try and get it. But that's up to them. That is entirely up to them. Okay. I'll make this video fairly short. What I'm trying to say to people is, if you want to genuinely get a good entry ghost box like this one, that works perfectly well. You can stick an amplifier on it like this one, and we are going to be selling some great pocket size amplifier speakers soon that work with these ghost boxes perfectly, so that when you're out on your investigations you can stick it in your pocket and not have to put the earphones in, so everybody can hear what's coming through on the actual little radio. Okay, so there you go. Just thought I'd make a little video about this. It's been a great little device. Whoops, it's upside down there. There you go, great little device. Like I say, this one's worked for 3.5 years. Now, that's a testimony to itself. And it's never broken. It's never done any of the things that some of these silly people who risk £25, especially in this climate. Do I recommend you do, you guys, that have just been a bit silly, really? That's all you have been all the time. I'd say that £25, think about your loved ones and your family and go buy them some food with it. Because things are getting tough at the moment. Okay? It's getting tough out there. With the virus, with businesses shutting down, with lack of work, and all the other things associated with social distancing. You keep your 25. Don't spend it on FCD Ghost Boxes if you don't like them. I'm not trying to sell you something that you don't like. Get that in your head. My sales will not affect any other companies. That's up to them what they do. If they want to act silly, that's up to them, innit? Okay, so that's the bottom line with it all. We're keeping busy, and I appreciate everybody that's supported, all the genuine buyers and the lovely people. 99.9% of the people are lovely people involved in the paranormal who are not idiots. They won't do silly things. They're not clever in their attitudes. They're good people that genuinely are trying to either educate themselves. Oh, that's what I mentioned. Yeah, what I mentioned. People need to get it clear in their heads. And if you come across any ITC builder that's telling you differently, they're lying. Right? I'll tell you absolutely 100% this. A ghost box does not bring through the speaker directly the voice of a spirit. It is impossible today as we stand with this technology. If anybody is saying that ours don't work because they don't do that, they're lying to you, honestly. What ghost boxes do is exactly the same as any other instrument does that we have to use in the paranormal community. Because we have to use our own, well, if you've got them, our own senses to interpret what is being affected by spirit energy. Okay? The sounds are coming from the terrestrial sources that every ITC builder knows. That's why we use a radio. They're coming from radio stations. Okay? And they're being manipulated through the FM or AM or even shortwave band waves as they are received by the device, i.e. the Ghost Box, and you are connecting with those words, with messages from the spirit world to like highlight them. For example, you know, a Ouija board isn't going to work without you. If you put it in a cupboard, is it going to start working on its own? I very much doubt it. It needs that human interaction of putting your finger on it, because we know scientifically that spirit can affect energy, and the minute pulses of energy, the minute nerve endings, push the finger without your conscious mind. So everybody says in the circle, I didn't push it, I didn't intend it. You don't need to, it's on a subconscious level. But you are actually moving it at the right time that spirit wants you to move it. The same thing happens with Ghost Boxes. You are an operator of an electronic device that is used as an interpretation tool and not a way for spirits who probably haven't even got a voice, as in the physical vocal cords in the spirit world. It's all energy. Just like you'll return to energy when you die and pass over, it's that. These idiots, again, they just don't see it. They're trying to say, well, no, it's got to have that static sound behind it because that makes it sound more like it's coming from a spirit. No. The only reason it sounds like a spirit is because of it's all mixed in with all the static noise. It's still the radio signal. Now, does this mean that the Ghost Boxes are all fake and that we're just misinterpreting stations, you know, sound snippets from these radio stations? No. Because at the end of the day, you are focusing as the user or people that are around you on the information that sounds like more, how can I put it? Say if you ask a question about, it's about probabilities really. You ask a question about, is this pencil black? Is pen black? You know, is it got a black thing on it? And it comes through and it says the pencil's black. Well, it's pretty well on that something has influenced that to come through, whether it came from a radio station or not. It's just too accurate. Okay, so that's where we're at with this. Let's stop playing these silly games that some of you ITC builders out there are doing. And if you disagree with me, okay, let's see you prove that I'm wrong. Go on, prove that I'm wrong, what I'm saying. I don't think you will be able to, but you might try. You might try. Now, EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, may be different. It may be different. It may be that somehow voices are formed, because we know that sound waves are formed, and at a certain frequency that we don't really hear with our ears in an audible way, like through the speaker of the Ghost Box, those noises, those frequencies, sound waves, are transformed into something. That's why they're never really clear from EVPs. They're very distant or very part of a word or very hard to, because they're on a different level. And that may be the case. It may be that they're more directly coming from spirit. But I still don't think the spirit's speaking them. I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's necessary for a starter. I do not think it's necessary at all, because otherwise you would not transform to spirit. You die and need all the physical, you know, like your voice box, and you'd need all that again in the spirit world. But we don't see any evidence for that at all, do we? So I just underline that. People need to educate themselves before they start moaning about, oh, you know, radio stations come through. They need to educate themselves on how a ghost box works. And I do actually, again, on the eBay selling page for the FCD Ghost Boxes, I do give this example and tell customers before they decide to buy to go and look and research on how ghost boxes work. And not listen to these other ITC builders who are trying to bamboozle you with rubbish to try and sell more of their devices. And that's shameful. Okay, probably get more attacks now that I've told the truth again. You know how it works. You tell the truth, they don't like it, they attack you. And they say that you're the one that's not genuine, and the one that's the hoaxer. And you know what I mean? They really need to have a good think about that, don't they? Anyway, great to talk to you again live on air again. You see, I'm still fitting well, so is Helen, and we're battling on through all of this like all of you are out there, and we send our love, and for anybody that has had any difficulty with the virus, sending our healing energies and that, and hope you all have we can get back to a positive normality very soon. I'm sure it'll happen. And thank you again for you've kept us with bread and butter on the table through the virus situation by buying FCD products. We have had some changes with the bigger portals. You know, we're making more of the FCD Mark 5s now to sell online. And again, people have been buying them, and they've been getting some fantastic from genuine people who are genuine paranormal investigators and not stupid idiots. That's all I can say. We're getting some fantastic rave reviews from them, and really appreciate it. Really do. My only intention in any of this, and always has been, is to try and find out the truth. Okay? I have my own views on what I think the truth is. So everybody has the right to their own views. But I'd not get into this to try and con anyone or anything like that. We're all still experimenting. We're all still trying to find out. And at the end of the day, we're all progressing. That's the main thing. We're trying to progress to a point where we understand things. It may never come about. We don't know. It may come quickly, suddenly, that we find out the whole truth about this. Science is coming in our direction. That's the good thing. They're finding out things about what we've called the paranormal for years now. They're actually discovering through things on the longer route, should I say, but getting to the same point. Okay, great speaking to you. Everybody take care, and hope to be on here again soon. All the best. Bye.